Hi everyone, Lucy here. So I'm gonna do a quick blog, just an update basically on what's happened since the last video. Um, I don't know what's been happening as in paranormal wise or whether there's some sort of explanation for it, but many of you will be like, oh yeah, there is an explanation, but like I've been in the garage obviously doing what I do, but then lately I've been getting like this feeling like someone's there watching me, or like someone's right up behind my back. And sorry, Crispy's in the way here. It's like a uncomfortable feeling like I need to get out of there or something. But I haven't sat there for ages and tried to provoke whatever it is to come out and do stuff and whatever. But the other night when I was in there, I think it was about 2 nights ago, just all of a sudden, it was like, I'm trying to think how I can explain this. Say there's a big cupboard full of stuff in it, like heavy stuff, for example, and like when someone shakes it like that and it makes a really loud noise. That's what I heard coming from the back room area. The door was closed at the time, so I couldn't actually see anything in there, but I know that there was no one in there, obviously. But that scared the crap out of me, and the first thing that my partner said, because he's a skeptic, that, oh, it was probably a chicken, but the chicken would not have made that much noise. It was really, really loud. And I pretty much bolted as soon as I heard that as well. Another thing is I've been waking up around, I'd say, sometimes it's about 3, but most of the time I wake up at about 4:30 in the morning, usually from having either a really bad panic attack in the morning, or like someone's woken me up for some reason. That's just the way that I feel. I can't explain it. I don't know why. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm also starting to have these dreams again of this little girl, but she looks different kind of in each dream, but I know that it's a little girl. Each time I've had a message kind of being said to me, but I can never ever remember in the morning. It doesn't even matter if, like, as soon as I get up and I try to write it down, I won't remember it, but I only remember like the girl talking to me and saying something to me. So I really don't know why this is happening, especially when I haven't tried to do anything. They could be trying to get my attention because I probably haven't done any videos lately, or I haven't tried to talk to them or anything like that. But as far as trying to see them, I don't see them. Many people will say, oh, you know, I see spirits all the time and all this stuff, but I've never personally seen one from what I can remember. But all I know is that as a child, when I first moved here in 1992, is that I still remember I was lying in bed at night, and I remember that my tooth fell out that night, so I had a glass next to me with my tooth in it. Like, I was only in primary school then, so I was still little. But anyway, I remember that, and I was kind of looking over to see if the money was there in the middle of the night. But when I turned over, I seen this, like, figure thing, from what I can remember, was, like, all white. And it looked like a child, but at the time it looked like a little boy. I can't be too sure what it is that I saw, but I wish back then I knew more about it. But I reckon that ever since I did move in, there was something here, even without me not knowing much about like the paranormal or anything like that. I've also been getting questions about whether I know much about the history of this place. Once again, no, I don't know much. All I can tell you is that I moved down here in 1992, so back then I was in grade 2. I'm now 27 going on 28, so that was a fair while ago, but even before then, all I could tell you is that they were an old couple, and that they told me that a lady died here, and before that, I knew there was like 6 to 7 other owners, but they never lived on the property. They only rented the property, which was weird because I still can't find out what was here back then. I've been to librarians, I've been on websites, I've googled everything I can possibly think of. I've even tried to Google names that I found on the lists of people that used to live here. I can't find anything. As much as the council and everything, the most that they've told me is that it would be really, really hard to find history dated back before the 1900s, which I think that it wouldn't be that hard considering they're the council. It's just that they can't be bothered actually doing it. So that makes it a bit of a hassle and everything like that, that it all comes down to paying someone, or that they just cannot be bothered trying to help. I know in America, from watching some movies and TV shows and that, it looks like it's quite easy to find out the history of your place and everything. I wish it was like that here, but unfortunately it's not. I mean, if there was, like, if the house was historic, then, sorry if I said that wrong, but I would probably be able to find a lot more on the place, but obviously it's not, so that's probably why I can't really find that much. Everyone's probably saying, or maybe it's not your house that's haunted, maybe someone's followed you or whatever and they've just decided to stick around. Well, I'm not really sure, but I can tell you that as soon as, like I said, as soon as I moved in, I had seen something and I started hearing things, and I didn't even believe then. So it makes you wonder that something did happen prior to when we moved in there. And like, you find it weird that, them being old and then wanting them to move when they're not even going into, what do you call them, like a nursing home. Like, that's not where they were going. They reckon that they found another house, which I find quite strange. But that's all I can find out. That's really, really annoying me, especially when I want to know so much. And, when you do try to talk to spirits and that, they don't give you that much information either. It's like they have rules over there. The more and more I think about it, like, you think about it, some spirits will speak sentences and all that kind of thing, and they'll show themselves to people, as where some are really vague with what they say. Like, they give you 1 or 2 words for some reason, and they don't like to show themselves. So, like, it's like they got rules over there. Well, that's my theory anyway. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Why do I keep playing with my hair? I really don't know. I just... something to do, I guess, while I'm talking. Sorry about the quality of the camera. I'm using a webcam and it's kind of dark in here at the moment, so that's probably why it's like that. Trying to think of any other questions that were asked. I posted a picture of a bone the other day on the Facebook page. I'm not trying to say that it was a human bone, because I know that's probably what people are thinking, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I found it in the backyard. It was just sitting there. It kind of popped up out of nowhere because it wasn't there before. And I haven't had a dog, I haven't had a cow, I haven't had a pig, sheep, whatever it is, but a lot of people are saying that it's a cow bone. Well, that's fine. Like I said, never had a cow here, so I'm not sure where it came from. But yeah, that was quite interesting. Obviously I'm not going to go take it somewhere. It'll just cost too much, and it'll probably end up just being an animal bone anyway. But there's something about the back shed that just makes me want to dig it up. Like, I can't dig it up, obviously, it's my dad's property, but in the back shed, like, the floor, it's kind of bumpy, it's got like cracks in it, and like, it used to be a wine cellar or whatever. But obviously, whatever happens, happens. We'll just have to wait it out and see if anything else kind of does actually happen. My kids started talking about these 2 girls that they used to talk about a long time ago. One was called Sarah and the other one was called Lucy. The reason why I say that they're not made up friends, like, I know that little kids have got made up friends and that, but when I really started getting into talking to spirits and everything like that, they started talking about these two girls that came to visit them, and they only came at night time apparently. So I said to them, you know, what do they wear? And they said they wear this dress, pretty dress with butterflies on it or something, and something about a fire. I don't understand what it quite means, but apparently they go in there and play with them and talk to them and their friends and stuff like that, and that in their dreams that they go to their houses or something like that. So they were quite obsessed with that for quite a while, and then it stopped all of a sudden, just stopped completely, and it stopped for months. And it was only till a couple of weeks ago they started talking about him again, which I found really, really weird. Whether these two girls are spirits, I'm not sure. I can't really confirm it, because every time I say to my kids, like, you know, who are you talking to, they kind of go quiet and they're like, oh, no one. So I'm not sure. I mean, if anyone's got an explanation for it, then fine, but I know many of you will just say, you know, it's an imaginary friend, but the way that I see it, it's kind of just a bit weird how it played out and everything like that. In the middle of the night as well, when I'm just lying in bed, I always feel like this weird cold breeze on like the back of my neck, like as if someone's breathing on it. It's just like icy cold type feeling. I usually get that a lot now as well, and I feel like someone around me is kind of watching over me and trying to like help me, but I can't really explain how that feels and who that would be or anything like that. I think they covered all the questions that were asked, pretty sure. But once again, sorry about the quality of the video, sorry about me mucking around, umming and ahhing and whatever. Hopefully my next video will be a little bit better, and this weekend, if I get time, I will try and do a video. But comment below or comment on my Facebook page and tell me whether you want me to do a video in the bathroom or if you want me to do a video in the garage. Based on the most votes, I'll go to that area, and then the following week I'll do the next one most likely. Sorry, that's just my phone. And we'll go from there. So yeah, thank you for watching and let me know. Thanks.